This video is brought to you by Brad Carey Realty, Realty Executives Premier. Hey, we're live at St. Louis Sports Center with Yohance Flager. In the bantamweight division tonight, 3-round unanimous decision. Excellent fight in there. Spent a lot of time on the ground.
A lot of time on the ground. He was crafty, you know. He's from St. Charles MMA, so, you know, they're always good and crafty on the ground. Man, I'm always way better than what I usually show people, and finally tonight, they got to see a little bit of what Yohance Flager is really made of. Like I said, he was pretty wiry, you know, and these St. Charles MMA, I hold those guys with the highest regard. But shit, man, I've got years on the ground, years and years, and the only person that usually can beat me is me. So as long as I go in there and do Yohance, I can't lose.
Well, it looked like you were real versatile with what your game plan was in there tonight. Not a lot of standing or striking. No. A lot of takedowns from you in those 3 rounds tonight. Yeah,
he wouldn't stay in the range that I wanted. You know, I'm a little longer than he is, so he didn't want to try to get in my range, which is fine with me. So, because the kicks are there, like I said, I felt tired real early. Normally, I don't get tired like that. I know it's from this cut. I'll find a better way to cut down next time. But yeah, on the ground, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, anybody wants to mess with me there, that's their own fault.
Hey, it's Debo with knucklejunkies.com with Dan O'Connor. Just won 3:18 of the first round via guillotine choke. Dan, take me through the fight.
Came out, was wanting to strike with him a little more, threw a couple of shots, landed a little bit. He kept loading up that overhand right. I knew it was coming. So I was trying to block it off. I was trying to throw some more knees because knees landed real good on him in the first fight. He grabbed me and ran into the cage and just overhooked. I really couldn't get the overhook free to start striking, so I just threw knees for a few minutes. I felt him sucking the arm in. I knew he was going to go for a hip toss. I didn't really care because it's going to go to where I'm really good at, and I couldn't get that arm free. So I just let him kind of throw me to the ground, and I started working to get guard back.
He seemed to be real strong on the ground for you. I noticed that you were really patient. What was the turning point in the first round there?
Well, honestly, what happened was he was just kind of holding on. I was throwing a couple elbows. I was trying to cut him open. He picked me up, and I was real calm. He picked me up and slammed me, and his head, he like aimed. I don't know if he aimed it. I don't think it was intentional, but split me wide open, as you can see. Honestly, that really pissed me off. So I started going for submissions immediately. I was like, I'm gonna finish him quick. I was hoping to get to a point where I could throw more punches, but the Darman guillotine presented itself. He started to get worried about it, and I just pulled it in, and I knew it was over. He tapped almost immediate. I was kind of actually surprised how quick he tapped to it.
And there you have it. Dan O'Connor, winner, 3:18 of the first round via guillotine choke. Dan, we appreciate you taking some time with Knuckle Junkies and Debo tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Love Knuckle Junkies. Best place around.
We're live, Knuckle Junkies, with Jimmy Donahue. Just defeated Sal Woods. Jimmy, take me through the fight, because Sal's definitely a tough opponent.
Yeah, I knew he's a game opponent. He's going to come out and bring it. And I actually kind of was cheating backstage, watching him hit pads a little bit, and I knew he was going to rush in. So it was either jab or counter hook and then circle. And that's what I ended up catching him with right off the bat, which kind of set the tone for the rest of the fight. Kind of stunned him a little bit. We traded, got on the ground. I kept trying to pass his guard, and once I finally did, he went to sweep me, put me in an awkward spot where I was either going for an arm bar or a Kimura, and my legs just kind of found their way into a reverse triangle, and then the Kimura came after, and he went to sleep. So,
you know, I know that he definitely likes to stand, and kind of how did that impact the fight in there once you guys got on the ground?
You know, it was good. I was prepared for either. I know he's a wild brawler, and he likes to throw elbows, so his stand-up's pretty solid, and he likes to get in the clinch, throw knees, and he's a Greco All-American. So I knew the spot I'd have to worry about was the clinch, but as far as the stand-up and the jiu-jitsu, I wasn't worried about it. I was just prepared.
Well, there you have it. Jimmy Donahue, excited coming off a big win. Sal Woods, first-round victory tonight. Appreciate you taking the time and joining knucklejunkies.com tonight. Thank you very much. Okay, hey, we are live at the St. Louis Sports Center with Eric Irvin with what ended up being our main event tonight. Eric, tough match in there with Adam Ward. He's a tough, favorable opponent. Take me through the fight.
Well, you know, everybody knows he just fought my teammate in his last fight. It was a close fight. He really thought he won the fight, and a lot of people could say that, you know, he'd won the fight. I thought Alex won, but it was definitely a close fight. So I kind of, I got a chance to look at a little bit of the things that I knew that he was going to do. And I just, in all honesty, I don't mean to be cocky, but I felt like I was a better fighter anywhere the fight went. And I kind of wanted to keep it standing, and that's kind of where it went. And, the first round, we wound up on the ground, and I was a little too busy right off the bat, and I felt like I put myself in a bad situation. But I came back in the second, third round, and I was patient, and I felt like I was winning the stand-up, so I just kind of kept it there. And that was one of the best tasting victories I've ever had.
Well, a well-rounded victory against a quality opponent. He's strong on the ground, strong on his feet, and you kind of lasted him. Take me through your training camp and really what you knew about him and what you did to really prepare for him.
Well, I mean, as far as my training camp, like a lot of people know this, that I was working on getting stronger, being more in shape, being a different 55er, like the Knuckle Junkies crew and you guys said, I wanted to be a different fighter out there, and I felt like I kind of showed that I was a different fighter. I felt like I took another step up, and I knew that he comes out there and he throws that leaping two jab sometimes, and I was, if you noticed there in that second, third, I was countering, I was stepping outside and kind of throwing that kick to the body, because he would leap in with it, and if I just stepped out and it was there, it was kind of a safe kick, and I didn't land it very much, but I felt like, once I landed it a couple times, it was just kind of like the puzzle pieces started fitting together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do, definitely. I mean, again, did he ever hurt you in there? I mean, he's the type of opponent when it looked like the last couple fights I've watched him, you think you hurt him and you try and go in and get over aggressive, and then he can be dangerous.
Well, I tell you, in the first, second round, no, I didn't really feel like, I was expecting him to throw more elbows, because he cut Alex open pretty good right off the bat, and I was expecting more elbows on the bottom when I was on the bottom in that first round, and he didn't really throw them. But I tell you what, in that third round, he came off the cage and he hit me with an elbow, and I kind of seen white for a second, and I thought I stumbled for a second, and I'm glad he didn't see it, because I was a little weary for a second, but I recovered instantly, and that was about the only time I really felt hurt in that fight.
Get your St. Louis MMA fix at knucklejunkies.com.